Hey there, I am JP, and in today's episode of Minecraft Go Create, we're not just gonna create one, but two new shops into the shopping district. Now, I've already been talking about one shop for a little while already. I would like to sell all of these basic create type of deals. Also, Salix asked me to please start building the shop because he could really use a couple of things like deployers and mechanical drills and all that good stuff. Now, for the second shop, we're going to use this stuff right down here, and this stuff is rice. And not just rice, I can just pick these plants like this and then I bring them to the grinder, and after I put it in here, the end product will be straw, and with straw we can create a lot of fun products. Now you can imagine I have already been growing a lot of that stuff because I needed a lot of them, so I've been preparing a little bit, and one of the things you can make with it are these floor mats, and there are a couple more things that you can make with it. As you can see, I got half mats, I got whole mats, I got blocks, I got baskets, I got carpets, and we can make canvas signs, not just these ones, but a whole bunch more. Now I would like to make a couple of these just so I have enough to sell, and later on we can just, fill in the blank. And I'm going to need to type in canvas and then see what I exactly need. I'm going to need 2 of these, a couple of these planks, and a stick. Then I'm going to get 3 of them, and I'm going to need to have quite a lot of those. Now this might not be enough to, get everything done, but let's just see how far we can get, because for one of these, it's just one of these. So the next thing I'm going to need to do is find a spot and or find a color which will make my shop stand out. Now of course I would like to show you what this is all about. So this is a cobblestone shop. I basically built this together / with Salix. I thought, let's put like a cobblestone on top that is basically balancing on one corner. It turned out pretty weird though. But in here, you can basically find all kinds of cobblestone. Salix made the whole interior, decided the prices, and put anything else up for sale. Which, speaking about Salix, he just left the game. And basically we set this up as a start for JD, because JD was in need of a lot of cobblestone, and I just fill in some more cobblestone down here. But there's a lot of mushy stuff too, which is actually pretty neat. Now the other shop down here are from Salix, and I can just real quickly just show you around because yeah, he's done a pretty amazing job, I think. So down here there was actually a mushroom. He used it as a roof just like I did for my mud shop, and he basically made like a mini supermarket with fresh and drinkable stuff. So he has like these beautiful glass doors, and once you're in here there is all kinds of seeds, vegetables, fruits, and all that good stuff, which I think is pretty freaking nice. It seems like he starts to sell some chicken too, and turkey, and duck. Wow. Now down here we have the alcoholic drinks, which, I like to visit a lot. These gives, by the way, a nice buff for the combat stream. Now, of course, this shop down here, I think I've showed you guys already. He has like a egg shop where he sells all kinds of eggs right down to the display. He has like the smallest shop ever, which is just a backpack with carpets that he sells. But this is nice. Have a little alleyway down here. And it even has water. I think that's pretty nice detail down here. Now, of course, we want to enter this shop via the front. And this shop, I believe, is inspired by Harry Potter. And what is this? JB special item for you now in stock. See stone hand behind counter. Is that Grogu? Looks like Grogu. But it's called Magic Shop and Needful Things. And this shop is pretty freaking neat. He sells like all kinds of like specialized items and stuff and things. Free iron gear. Wow, isn't that kind? So yeah, he sells like this thing and that thing and that thing and that thing. You get the idea. A lot of magical things and stands and special potions. Right down here he has like little display things, which I think is actually pretty neat. You just, can take it off, I believe. No? There we go. So yeah, if you have an item, you right click and it will just display. I like that a lot. Down here you got all kinds of artifacts and some enchanted stuff. You got like animals in cages you can buy. There's some more artifacts, and the artifacts give a very good buff. Transparent shields and stuff in jars, and tiny little birds and things. Backpacks, globes, trinkets. I think these are trinkets. Oh, it's a quark. Superstitious hat applies an extra level of looting to kill entities. Right, is that what he meant for me? Special item for you now in stock. See stone hand behind counter. Okay, I'm not sure if I need to buy this or just grab it. I'm just gonna wait with that. I will just send him a message. Goblin in a cage. Now, of course, you got all kinds of bees in jars. Enchanted ash, which is pretty freaking nice. If you place the ash around you, then undead creatures will not come closer, which is very cool. And of course, we have some more stuff upstairs. We got this cauldron, which you can do some stuff with, I believe. And then down here, he has some more artifacts and altars. I have no idea what that is. And more artifacts. And more artifacts. And also special resources, it seems like. This shop here is the understudy bookstore. Well, you can already guess what this is. This is a bookstore, so you can buy all kinds of books and papers and special books. Anyways, I think I know what kind of a shop color I would like to have. I think I would like to do something with sandstone, and I think I'm going to steal this spot right down here. And of course, we're going to create the create shop right down here. In this case, yes, a sandstone shop. Which I already seen these guys down here. I think this is just a nice, very bright color. Maybe I'm gonna implement some red sandstone, which in this case I'm going to need to find a red sandstone area. Alright, I have found some red sand. That's not the only thing. I also found this skeleton down here, and this is actually a tiny skeleton, even though it's pretty large. I think we still need to go here on the combat stream because, well, we have a rule. If these things are in the area of some pretty nice loot, we are not allowed to grab any of this stuff, which is a nice rule. But here, ladies and gentlemen, is the largest skeleton so far found in the game. This thing is quite huge, as you can see down here. It starts out here and ends all the way out here. This thing is absolutely massive. I'm gonna place this guy right out here, and what I would like to do is make the bottom mostly out of these, then throw in a line of these, then put a line of these on top, and then slowly fade over to completely these. There will be, for example, one of these on here, then let's say two of these on there, and then I'll guess gonna be one on top, or maybe even two, right, like that. And then just like that guy, there's going to be one of these on top. And then from this point on, it's only going to be sandstone. It looks odd right now, maybe later still. But it is going to make some sense. No, this is not an airfield that I was building. I actually used the miner because holy moly, I'm going to need to have a lot more red and normal sandstone. So let's see what this miner has for right now. Alright, chest number 1. Alright, a couple of stacks of these. Very good, very good. Chest number 2. Yeah, you know what? This was a lot faster in the first place, so look at all of that stuff. Right, perfect. So you come in here, you got this floor mat, and anything else you can basically, you know, put this stuff around here. Even though I'm thinking maybe I should move the stairs up a couple of blocks, so we won't have like something along the edge. Then it will look a lot better. So let me just change some stuff here, which I think this looks a lot better. Now you get what I mean with nothing along the edge. And we still have enough space down here to do, well, down here I wanted to say, to do the same thing. Of course we can add in, yeah, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, as I wanted to say, I'm gonna try and see if this will work out, since it kind of has the same color of the door / is, but not like this color. You know, that doesn't look too bad. Now the only maybe is right out here. Reason being is, well, no, actually not. Alright. Yeah, okay. It is super simple for now. Of course, you know, maybe some paintings here and there, or some flowers, of course, the displays. So what I'm going to do in this case first is finish off the whole building. You know, there's always a difficult thing, or at least most of the time, is coming up with store names. I have absolutely no idea what I should be calling this store. Anyways, as you can see on top, I added like sticks at the sides, which give this feeling that this is like some kind of like desert type of building, which, you know, gives me the feeling. Anyways, yeah, like I said, store name. If you guys know one, just let me know. Yeah, there are 2 entrances, so your name will be there twice. When you come in here, it kind of looks colorful. It looks cozy. I really like the color combination in here, and yeah, it's displayed very well. All of the color signs. Now, of course, I'm going to need to make a lot more of this stuff, but you know, if I'm going to need to wait until I got exactly enough of everything, then this episode would be up in like 2027. So yeah, there we have that. More stuff upstairs. I think it's important. And down here, I basically have too much space in this building, and that's why the second floor above here is closed off. So I thought, you know, I got flint blocks, and I got a lot of rice, which we could make noodles, which we could make then spaghetti, you know, a lot of spaghetti. Some artwork in here is also needed. Yeah, I actually like what I did with the corners here. And then from down here, you know, the tatami blocks, and then we got the tatami mat, tatami half mat, baskets, stick stack. I think if you break these, or you don't even have to break them. Now, yeah, you're gonna get 9 sticks. So if you need a lot of sticks, like absolutely a mass number of sticks, then you can just, you know, buy a whole stack here for 1 emerald. Emeralds are so easy to get in this game. And then we got the scaffolding, which is also super easy to make. And then of course we got the rugs. Now I don't have a stack here just yet, but it will be. And like I said, this building is way too big. Yeah, sticks in here also looks really nice. Now in this case, I am going to need to think, collect some stuff, and then we're going to make the store that I wanted to make for a very long time already, and that is basically the basic create shop. Alright, it is a new day for me, and I've been messing around already trying to create some ideas for this basic create store, and I came up with something. Now it might look a bit messy, but let me just explain you what is going on. So on the top of the store, I want to have a sign that rotates. And on this sign, it will say BC, which stands for Basic Create. Now, as you can see, this down here, from the cobblestone to cobblestone, will be basically the height of the rotating block, right? Now, because it is rotating, sometimes you will get a better view and sometimes a worse view. But I try to keep it as low as possible because I still would like to do the idea. And I mean, you can still stand here and basically see everything that is going on over there. And of course, if you stand here, you will see everything that is going on over there, and so on and so forth. You can even go, you know, outside here and see a lot of stuff. Now, gladly, this block will fit nicely onto the roof, which will be one off the side. And from both sides, I want to, you know, take it one off. I want to make the front door here, so I kept 2 pieces here left, and then offside, you know, to make it a bit wider. So you come in here, there will be a whole wall, maybe with some information or whatever, and I want to have all the store stuff on that side. Now I'll probably end up making like a stairway or something, maybe to make use of the lower area, or this will make like a back door for myself where I'm going to have like a storage. But I think this is going to be a very nice store actually, and a nice kind of an idea that I'm having. Oh, and yeah, just between in, apparently this guy is also mine, and what you can do with this is pretty simple. You can see it's now moving up and down in my slot bar, and if I move to a certain area, it just stopped. Basically, when you are in a slime chunk, it will just start hopping up and down. And on this way, well, you know you're in a slime chunk. The nicest thing is you can kind of see on the mini map when you're in like a chunk. So right now I'm in a chunk, and now I'm about to walk out and it just stops. Alright, so in this case I have made some good progress. Only thing that's left basically is the stuff on the roof, but let me just quickly show you, even though it's not too much interesting. It is very long. Once again, I don't want to block too much of the view, so that's why. Now to give you a better view, I actually left this open so you can just see it like that. It's like a walkway that is hanging into the sky. I really like this idea of having nothing here at the bottom and just having light coming from the floor, and then have the walkway hanging a little bit with chains and or these trapdoors in order to not fall off. Now of course I made like a ladder here just in case. And the thing here is that all of the stuff that is going to be sold is going to be put onto the wall. So you can just reach it from here. There will be some signs. Man, I should have told Salix or anyone that if you want to build near my building, I could get rid of these things. But oh, we have like a nice little alleyway. Anyways, this building is looking quite nice compared with, you know, my building down here. My fancy stuff will come on top, which we're going to build right now. And the one only thing that I have an issue with is how am I going to activate this thing? Let's place this in here. If I now get rid of this, you know, I can even do something in here. Maybe. Is there like I think it would be cool, but might be a different pack that I've seen that, like a fan. You have ventilation, but that sticks out a lot, right? You know, we actually might be able to do something fun with that. I was thinking to actually use andesite for the outside, and then for the ladders, I want to do something with glass, which also basically means at the other side of the glass, I'm going to need to hide it, unless we can do something on the back. Now, I have already took a look at Shroomlight, but Shroomlight, it needs Shroomlight here. I have no idea what that is or even where to get that. I'm going to assume maybe the Nether. I should have built it into the ground. You know, it's fine. Let's light it up. Ooh-wee, and let's just take a very quick look. See where I'm at. I mean, JD and Solid have been in the Nether already for ages. Okay, interesting floor. Blue netherrack. Oh. Now what is? Oh, gee. Oh, damn. Look at that. Ember gel block. How do you harvest that? Oh. Ember. Right, okay. And then auto mount button. Well. Now look at this place. It's really nice. Ooh. Oh, you know, I was already thinking like this should be not like too difficult way of getting stuff, right? Like lamps and stuff. Whoo! Ah! Why is this a thing in this game? Ow! 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 Backpack! Ooh! If this is even safe to do, where's my water? Ow! The thing that I really needed is light. Right, that is these guys. There we go. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in order to make this thing work, I'm going to put 8 of them on here. 7, 8, right? And I'm going to turn this thing on, and this is basically the whole issue here, is that I don't have access. But now, look at it, it's just very slow, which for now is perfect. You know, I think that starts looking good already. I'm not sure how it looks at nighttime yet, and yeah, I'm missing out on a couple of blocks, but I ran out of glue. But this is actually pretty neat what I've done here. If you just turn it on, you have to imagine all sides will have BC on it. It's just a rotating block. I think it's gonna look pretty freaking neat. Look at that. Oh, we can see some there. Now it's rotating away. you know, you can look until right here, and then it's, you know, blocks it off again. So it's not like completely blocking everything, but this adds something really nice to the town. So the next thing that I'm going to do is not only fix up this rotating block all the way, I'm also going to do some interior stuff. I'm going to stock up some goodies down here. I'm going to make it look nice. I will just think what I'm going to do with the ceiling. And also, I just want to show Salix is just done with the building. It's actually looking pretty freaking nice. I like it. Oh, these are nice blocks too. But yeah, all kinds of dyes, and yeah, as you can see, he's been collecting so much stuff that is just crazy. Which is nice because I don't have a lot of wool, and if in the future I'm gonna make another shop, I would like to, you know, add some more colors in town. The wool is 4 gold per stack, which is actually very nice. And then down here, all kinds of dyes, and I'm definitely going to need to have a lot of dye for making the signs. Oh yeah, it is all up and running and it looks beautiful. I do have to be honest that I've not done everything on the inside if it's about stocking up on stuff, because it's going to take me another plenty of hours to actually, you know, put everything together. Resources I have, which is no problem. It does cost me some time to calculate stuff because in fact I'm not going to benefit anything from it. But, you know, let me just show you the inside. I did change the wooden lock for andesite alloy lock, which looks a lot better. Tin window panels looks a lot better. I'm going to keep the stone because I think it's fine. It fits very much well with, you know, the alloy that we've been putting on the wood. On the inside, oh, it just looks like this. And I like it. I hope that this vine will eventually start growing down. We got some plants from the Nether. Yeah, like I said, I need to stock stuff. It's going to take some time, including calculating, because for an example, in order to make 1 stack of shafts, it will cost me 2 andesite alloy. In order to make 1 andesite alloy, it's going to cost me 2 nuggets. Now, to put long story short, I believe you need 512 iron nuggets shared up by 9, because 1 iron bar is 9 iron nuggets. Will end up that you need at least 28 iron bars in order to make 1 stack of shaft. As you can see, I'm only asking 59 ingots for, so I'm not winning anything on this. Like I've been saying, this is all just for fun. And anything else, yeah, it just works as it works. I am pretty happy with this. And I'm also got it finally up and running. The only thing, you know, once in a while, have a little look at it. Make some stuff. Sooner or later, I'm gonna automate things too, so then it will really become easy for me to just, you know, deal with the half of the price, to say, or almost the half of the price. This just works as it works. It is fine as it is. We can still see some buildings will be towering, other buildings will not, and you know, down here you can still see a lot behind there, which was meant to be like this. And you know, on this side, store starts to pop up. Very good indeed. And don't forget, if you guys would like to name this store, then give me a name in the comment section, and then I'll name it your name, including your YouTube name. So yeah. Oh boy, I wonder how far you can see the sign actually. Yeah, look at that. It's just, you walk around the corner of this building and boom! Basic creates, just right up there. Wonderful.